As you see, the title we have today, it's about a lady, her name, Samantha J Boyle, or Boyle, I think I'm saying the name correctly. This woman supposedly she converted to Islam because her elder sister, she married a Muslim long time ago and she converted to Islam, as I understood. And now she is thinking about leaving Islam and she's afraid that she might leave Islam soon. And I watched the video and I found it very funny. By the way, I'm not making fun of you, Samantha, but your video truly funny. It's not mature. Now you leave Islam, you don't leave Islam. This is the last of my worry. This is your decision. And if I am you, why I want to leave Islam? I mean, you go to heaven. Your husband, he will have hundreds of virgins to sleep with, which means you will be so comfortable. By the time your turn come, you will be sleeping for 10 years. According to Muhammad, a Muslim man, he will have a 70 years orgasm. So at least he have 72 wives. If you have sex with each one of them, and each one of them will take him 70 years orgasm. Let me get the calculator, please. Let us see. If we go in the calculator, if we say at least the lowest reward of a Muslim man is 72, then if everyone, just the orgasm alone, not the sex, because orgasm should be less than the time it's going to take for sex. 72 x 70. That's mean 5,040 years before you sleep with your husband next time. If we calculated only the time for orgasm. So why you want to leave Islam? I mean, it's a long vacation. Now look what she put in the beginning of the Quran of her video. She is afraid that if she leave Islam, many will leave Islam too, because she was able, or she was a reason for many people to convert to Islam. And she quote for us this verse. And if anyone earns sin, he earn it, or he earnest against his own soul. I mean, this is very silly of you to say, by the way, because if this is true, then Adam commits sin. Why we are his children out of heaven? If this is really what Quran is teaching, Adam is the one who commits sin. So why I am not in heaven? You are born as a child with no sin, so we should be born in heaven. If this is really the case, obviously it is not. Quran is a very silly, stupid book. Same time, when you say the Quran says that anyone he earned sin, he earned it against his soul, that means you will be judged for your sin, not for the sin of others. But the Quran and the Hadith teach always something different. As an example, if we go in the Hadith as an example, Muhammad said, the Prophet said, and this is Sahih Hadith. So the Muslim, they might say to you, it's weak, da'if. You know, they play the game of vitamin A and B and D and missing. The Prophet said, where is it not for Bani Israel, meat would not decay, and were it not for Eve, no woman will betray her husband. What does that mean exactly? That's mean Muhammad, he believed that the sin of you as a woman is something inherited from Eve. So how you quote for me that verse where it says everyone earned his own sin, when Muhammad he blamed your sin for Eve? And the funny, the Muslims, they say Christians, they believe in the original sin and they are silly. It's stupid, it's not logical. If this is not the original sin, so what original sin then? And why he's blaming Eve alone? The one who commits sin, it was not Eve alone, it was Adam and Eve. But because Muhammad always he have a very filthy image about women, to the point he believed that women are the devil. That's why I say to you, my friend, stay as a Muslim, don't leave Islam. You will not find a better religion than this, describing you as the devil. Why? Because Muhammad he got horny. Muhammad he was sitting with his friends, the companion were around, and he saw a woman. Muhammad is staring heavily at the bum of the women, at the legs of the women, at the breast of the women, and he got extremely horny. Jabir reported that Allah pray on him and salute him, not peace upon him, saw a woman. So he came to his wife Zainab as she was tanning leather and had sexual intercourse with her. He then went to his companions and told them. His companions, they were waiting outside because this is how it happened. The women, he said, the women advance and retires in the shape of the devil. So when of you see a woman, he should come to his wife, for that will reveal what is feel his in his heart. So look what Jesus said: if you see a woman, she is not yours, you don't look, you don't wish, you don't desire. It's better for you to block your eye out from losing the eye, better than losing all your body and go to hellfire. Muhammad, he have no problem, to the point he was looking at the women, to the point he gets so horny. Because you see, if you look at the women, just a look, there's no way you will get horny for a second unless you are thinking and staring, looking at her physical body, desiring something you see in front of you. There's no way a woman she walk by, he just got horny, unless he is a donkey. And actually, even a donkey, if we do that, because he see a female and he see her simply naked. As I know, as I remember, donkeys, females don't wear panties. So I understand if a donkey, he gets so excited and he cannot control himself, and though he go crazy. But this is a prophet of God. And look how bad he is. He go to his wife when she is busy doing leather tanning. If you do not know what leather tanning mean, it means she is boiling water, she is boiling colors, she is boiling leather. She look horrible. Yet Muhammad, he go to her and say, now. Why? Because I saw a woman outside of my house and she was wearing burqa, by the way, but she made me horny because I was staring at her bum. That is the quality of the prophet you are following. So why you want to leave Islam? You cannot find something like this anywhere in the world. We continue. Muhammad not only say such a thing against what you say in the video, that women are the reason of sin, and if there's no Eve, and as you see, he even blamed the Jews as usual. The Jews are the reasons to be blamed. By the way, I told you I have water in my ears, and I don't really hear good in my left eye. It's going to take maybe a few days before it's dry. But I was thinking, do you think this is what happened because the prophet of the smart, intelligent God, Allah, who Allah told him, he said that Shaitan, he urinate in the ears. So I was saying, Shaitan urinate in my ears, and the prophet never tell a lie. And you know, the prophet, he knew the best. Actually, he know better than Allah. Just take a note about that. When you say in the beginning of your video that both Islam and Christianity teach tolerance, I was dying from laughing. Islam and Christianity teach tolerance? Are you sure? I mean, which galaxy you live in? Oh, they told you ISIS is not Islam. Oh, they told you that Al-Qaeda not Islam. Oh, they told you the one who drive the trucks in the Christmas market are not Islam, right? But Muhammad is not Islam too. Where is the tolerance of Muhammad? Don't call me, guys, unless I say it is time to call. Otherwise, I will block you. The problem is some people are not even listening. The second they see my Skype is there, right away they start texting me. And then they wonder why I did block them. Let us read together. When you say in your video, in this article, if anyone earns sin, he earn it against his own soul, chapter 4 verse 111. And then we see that your self-acclaimed prophet saying the following. And by the way, before we talk about it, this is sahih, because you Muslim, you play the game always, oh, this is weak, brother, this is weak, this is not true, this is sahih. Sahih mean correct, in case you are not a person who knows what we are talking about. And we can read the Arabic or the translation, it doesn't matter. The prophet, he said, لا تبدأوا اليهود والنصارى بالسلام إذا لقيتم أحدهم في الطريق فاضطروهم إلى أضيقه. What does that mean? Translation. Look at the tolerance of your prophet. He took our land. He forced us to pay jizya. Pay or die. He raped our women. He kidnapped our children. He killed the men. And now whatever left, Muhammad is teaching the Muslims the good ethic. The Messenger of Allah said, don't precede the Jews and the Christians with salam. And if any one of you meet them in the road, force them to the most narrow partition. The narrow partition, in case you do not know, is the sewage. In the old days, the sewage was open. There is a side of the road where the dirty water run. So look at the tolerance of Muhammad, your best prophet, the one amazing prophet of God, the beloved prophet, the one who taught you the amazing ethic. If you see a person in the street right now and he is a Christian, I will force him to jump in the sewage. Why? Because he's a Christian. And yet you say in your video that both religions teach tolerance. Why? Did Muhammad says pray for those who curse you, love your enemy? What are you talking about? Muhammad, the Quran is full of killing those who don't. The Quran in chapter 9 verse 29 says, fight those who don't believe in Allah and the last days, from the Jews and the Christians, until either they convert to Islam or they pay the jizya, which means you kill them, you pay, or you die. And you are saying to me terrorists, and the Christian, they never fought Muhammad. And if we go down here to show you the tolerance of Islam, you will see it says the meaning of this hadith according to the scholars. Regarding the meaning of this hadith, do not precede the Jews and the Christians. Some of the people of knowledge said, which mean the scholars, that it's only mean that it is dislike because it would be honoring them. If you say assalamu alaikum to a Christian, you are honoring the Christian. You cannot do that. Islam forbid a Muslim from honoring a Christian. You see how much tolerance that Islam is? And not only that, and the Muslims were ordered to humiliate them. For this reason, when one of them meet on the path, then the path is not yield for him, which means if a Muslim he meet a Christian, he will not let him go through in the road. He have to force him to go in the sewage, because if you do that, you will be honoring them. And you say in the beginning of your video, both Christianity and Islam teaching tolerance. I mean, who is the naive here, my friend? Who is the one who taught you the cult you believe in, and now you are thinking to leave Islam? Too late. I advise you to stay. You belong there. I believe strongly there's no way any human being will convert to Islam unless he have a mental issue. It doesn't matter who is he. It doesn't matter who is he, because after all the technology and the internet, and you can find tons of reference and etc., and you can read Islamic books which is saying that to you. It's in front of you. This is an Islamic book. This is not a Christian book. So if you are telling me that after 3 or 4 years being a Muslim, and now you decide to leave Islam, but you don't say why. Still you say in the video, she says, still I believe Allah is the only true God, still I believe that Islam is the true religion, but I'm afraid I might leave Islam. What does that mean? This is a true religion? This is a true God? Teach people to hate each other? Not to forget to mention, as long we are talking about hate, the Quran says that Allah, He love to spread hate between the Christians. He love it. I mean, everybody have a hobby. Allah, He have His own hobby to spread hate and enmity between the Christians. You see the nobility of Allah. His God is very noble. He is very high. He is not a savage. He is not satanic. He is God. He is a holy God, and the proof is in front of our eyes. And with those who say, "Lou, we are Christians, we made a covenant," but they forgot the part of what wherefore they were admonished. Therefore, we stirred up enmity and hatred among them till the day of resurrection. Aha! You know what? Let us say the Christians, they are lost. The Christians are not good, not trustworthy, not. By the way, Christians are the most people who give to charities and help people around the earth, and nobody can beat them in that. But let us say Christians are the same as Boko Haram and Taliban and ISIS and every criminal in this world. Is that a reason to spread hate between them? I mean, don't they need your help? When the Jews, they said to Jesus, "Why you are speaking to those sinners?" He said, "I came to the sick, not to the healthy." Your God, He will make the sick more sick. Don't call me, don't call me, my friend. Why you are calling me? What's wrong with people? Don't call me. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking to a bunch of kids. Don't call me when I have a topic. Don't call me. If I have a person speaking to me live on air too, don't call me, because you are wasting your time. How I can talk to you if he's talking to me? When I say please feel free now to call me, you can call me. So as you see, this is the God of Islam, the one you are saying that he teach tolerance. And not only that, the God of Islam, and the funny you said you became a Muslim, but do you know, according to Islam, you cannot be friends to your family? In chapter 9 verse number 23, it says, "Take not your own family members as a friends." Just because they are disbelievers. Where is the tolerance of Islam? And not to forget to mention, Muhammad in chapter 9 verse number 29 says it clearly, kill the Christians if they refuse to accept Islam. قاتلوا الذين لا يؤمنون بالله ولا باليوم الآخر ولا يحرمون ما حرم الله ورسوله ولا يدينون دين الحق من الذين أوتوا الكتاب حتى يعطوا الجزية عن يد وهم صاغرون. Fight them, kill them, those who don't believe in Allah and the last days from the Christians and the Jews, until, and they forbid what Allah forbid, until they convert to Islam or they pay the jizya. What kind of a prophet this prophet is? And you know what? If you want to kill us because we don't believe in Islam, how he can accept to stay without believing in Islam if we pay him money? That's mean we can bribe him. Muhammad, all what he care for is money. You are a kafir, you are a najas, you are a Christian, you are an infidel, you will go to hell, we should be killing you. And if you pay us, it's okay. Stay as a Christian. But if you don't pay us, we will kill you. How in the world this man is a prophet of God? So I find it very funny when you speak about such a thing. However, still I advise you to stay as a Muslim. I think you fit there. Your prophet actually described Muslim women as they are stupid. If we go in the hadith, we will find the following. And by the way, all the hadith we are mentioning is sahih. They are not fake. So a Muslim cannot say to you it's not true. Muhammad, he told the people, he told the women that the majority of you women are going to go to hell. Why? Actually, in different hadith, Muhammad, he said that the women are going to be the fuel of hellfire. The fuel? Yes, the fuel of the hellfire. By the way, I noticed in your video you keep saying I'm afraid, I'm afraid, I'm afraid, because Muhammad, he scared the hell of you. He terrified you, and you became captured by slavery of terrorism. So Muhammad, he came to the women and he said to them, women, give alms, give me your money. Give me your money if you want not to go to hell. Read carefully with me. The Prophet said, he asked them to give alms, for most of them are the fuel of hell. The fuel of hell. They are not going to be in hell. They are the fuel of hell. Allah, he cannot light his fire by gas. He will light his fire by women. You are the circle of fire. A woman having dark spot on the cheek stood up and said, why? Why is it so, Messenger of Allah? Muhammad, he said, for you grumble often and show ingratitude to your spouse. And then they began to give alms out of their jewelries and their earring and put it in the clothes of Bilal, the slave, the poor black slave Bilal, the money bag, the servant, the cook, the one who cleaned the diaper of Muhammad, the one who collect the scam. So Muhammad here, he scared the hell of those women, and he convinced them that if you give me your earring, you will not go to hell. Otherwise, you are going to go to hell, I'm telling you. And you will notice here, Muhammad, he focused on the women. They are the devil, as we showed you. Eve, if no Eve, there's no women betray her husband. So you inherit your sin and your evil from Eve. All of you are evil according to Islam. Muhammad, he insists that every woman is Satan. When Muhammad, he saw a woman walking in the street, he got horny, and then he said the woman, she come in the image of a devil, and she retire in the image of the devil. But yet Muhammad, he have 13 of them. But Muhammad is more than just an idiot. Muhammad, he give reasoning. Muhammad, he claim that women, they have deficiency in their intelligence, and that's why they will go to hell. And here we find that Muhammad is being really stupid, because if women, she have intelligence deficiency as he claimed, which is not true. Yes, some women, they might be stupid, but there's many men, they are stupid too. What does this have to do with the gender? But according to Muhammad, every woman, she is a fool. And this is why we see here Muhammad, he is debating with the Muslim women, scaring the hell of them to take their earring, and look what happened. Muhammad, he said, O women folk, you should give a charity and be diligent in seeking Allah forgiveness, because I have seen, i.e., the night when he went to the heaven, which nobody witnessed as usual, that the majority of you are the deliverers of hellfire. A woman among them, she said, why is that majority of the deliverers of hellfire is women? He said, you curse frequently and you are ungrateful to your husband. But Muhammad, he cursed frequently too. Even Muhammad in the hadith, he says, anyone I curse him, or even I slander him without just, which means he's abusing. I made an agreement between me and Allah that will make that a blessing for you. So how come Allah will take them to hell for cursing, but he will take you to heaven and will make your cursing a blessing for the Muslim? What a scam. They curse, they go to hell. You curse, you go to heaven, and the one you curse him, Allah give him blessing. Oh Allah, I am being, and if any person among the Muslims who I did abuse or invoke curse upon him, make it source of mercy and purity. Oof, oof, oof. So the women they curse, they go to hell. You curse, you and the one he cursed, they go to heaven together. Aisha, she noticed Muhammad is cursing people, is even he's harming them. So Muhammad, she said to him, what's up with this? He said, Allah Messenger, good would reach everyone, but would not reach these two. He said, why so? I said, you have invoked curse and heard malediction upon both of them. He said, don't you know that I have made condition with my Lord? Condition? A man, he made condition in his God. Hey Allah, I will have a condition with you. If I curse somebody, you make it a blessing for me and him, okay? Since when a man he can do that to his God? Since when we can make God come to our terms and conditions? Since when if I curse, I will make you go to heaven, I go to heaven too, but if you curse, you go to hell. This is a prophet of God. He, Allah, sent me as mercy for all the world. Yeah, this is why you slaughter, you kill, you rape. Because you are a merciful person, your mercy allow you to have sex with a child. A man who have mercy, he will not even think to have a child in his bed. So I am one of the children of Adam. I became angry. So why, if you became angry, you will not go to hell, but if the women curse because they are angry, they will go to hell? Because they are women and I am the prophet. And you will see here, he says, if anyone I abuse or curse. How that can be a prophet of God? Then she said something very important. She said she is afraid that Allah will make her lose her belief. And this is true. The God of Islam is the devil. When you say you are afraid that Allah will make you lose your belief, you just said that the one who make you leave Islam is Allah, not the shaitan. If we go in the Quran, we will find the following. Which verse we will show you? I mean, there's endless. This is a book of the devil. We read in the Quran and we find, you see, this is why I have one of my books is called The Deception of Allah. As an example, chapter 4, verse number 143. It says that the one who Allah deceive, nobody can guide. The Muslim, they translate, trying to make it look nicer. They say that the one who causes him to go astray. Why Allah want to cause someone to go astray? You know, if we take the translation to be accurate, which is not, because here in Arabic it says yudlil, and yudlil in Arabic means to deceive. I can right now I can open the dictionary in front of your eyes and show you what the word yudlil mean. I can copy the word as it is in the front of us and go to the dictionary, copy, and then we go to the dictionary and check it out, and you will see what the dictionary says about this word. Let me post it here in front of you as we copy it from the Quran. You see it? Deceive, lead astray, misdirect, misguided, mislead, pervert, cheat, deceive. Why Allah would deceive people? If this is what Allah do, what shaitan does for living then? So you said something very truthful, that you're afraid that Allah might deceive you and make you leave Islam. You know, your God, he see you as a stupid, foolish creature. I don't know, what do you see about yourself? I'm not insulting you. This is what your God, he says about you. Let me show you something. If you remember when we saw the hadith where Muhammad, he said that most of the women, they are going to go to hellfire. Why women they will go to hellfire? Muhammad, he gave a very clear reasoning. They are suffering from lack of intellect. And they are, which means they are stupid. And they are suffering from other problem. They have menstruation. Have you ever heard of a stupid teaching like this? I will explain to you in case you are slow. When a woman, she asked Muhammad, what is the lack and what is the lack of our intelligence, as you see in the screen? Why you are accusing us that we have a lack of wisdom and we have deficiency in our intelligence? He said, Muhammad giving now the answer why we are going to go to hell, because simply you have a lack of wisdom and fear in religion. So they have two things. How we can prove that women, they have a lack of intellect and intelligence in Islam? Muhammad, he said, what is when a woman, she said, what is our deficiency in our wisdom and in our religion? He said, your lack of wisdom can be well judged. Actually in Arabic it says proved, from the fact that the evidence of two women is equal to one man, which mean according to Islamic teaching, according to the Quran, actually this is a verse in the Quran, women are not allowed to be witnesses, and at all actually, unless it is about borrowing money, and very few cases. As an example, if a woman, she gave birth to a baby, because only women she can get inside the room, in this case a woman women they can be witnesses. Otherwise, no women are allowed to witness in a capital punishment, which means anything have to do with theft, crimes, killing, anything. Women are not allowed to be witnesses, only in the case of borrowing money. So Muhammad here is saying to the women, the proof that you are half a brain and you are stupid, even the Quran and Allah, he says that you are not allowed to be equal to a man, two women equal to one man in the case of witnessing, in the case of money. And then he says, well, and the other deficiency you have, you don't pray the same as the men. Why we don't pray the same as the men? Muhammad, he explained, he said, because you have menses, because you have menstruation, so you don't pray like men, but you are the one who forbid them from praying and fasting when they have their menstruation. So look how stupid this argument. If the women, they have a defect in their intellect and they have menstruation, and this is the reason to go to hell, that's mean Allah is a stupid God. Because who is the one who made the women with the defect of intellect? Isn't it Allah, the maker? If he is the maker, so now you want to punish her for you made her a foolish? Who is the one who made women have menstruation? Isn't it Allah? So you are saying the women, they will go to hell because they have a lack of intellect, which Allah, he is the one who created them this way, if it is true, and he will send them to hell because they have a lack of a deficiency of religion, because they have menses. I mean, who is the stupid here? Do you see how stupid this cult is? Now, the guy from Nigeria, feel free to call me, please. The guy, what his name? Abdul Anis, Anis, what his name? Asani. Call me Asani, and promise me you will not make me shout. I am speaking all day. I don't even feel good. All right, don't make me shout. Speak with respect. Give me time to talk. I will give you time to talk. Call me. I will call you. What happened to this guy? All right, I'm not going to call you until tomorrow. Call me when you get back, and don't forget to ask for permission from your mom before you call me. We have another Muslim. He said he want to challenge me. Let me find him. Here we go. This guy is gone. This guy, he sent me texts in the text. He's saying, I challenge you, etc. Blah blah blah. I will prove to you, you know nothing. And then he sent me, it sound like you know a lot about the hadith. Answer, Abdul, answer. What is that? Why those Muslims, they say they want to challenge me and they want to debate me, but when we call them, they are not here? I am a big fan of yours, CP. God bless you. I just ordered your books. Well, I hope you enjoy it, and don't forget to make a review after you read my books, my friend. Who is a Muslim want to tell us how Muhammad he is a prophet of God? How is God? He says such a foolish thing. And by the way, this is Quran. This is not only hadith. This is not only hadith. If we go in the Quran, chapter 2, verse number 280, you know what? Hold on. 282. I'm getting old. The Quran says, if you want to borrow money, you have to have witnesses. That's good. However, two men of your men, two men, and get two witnesses out of your men. This is what the Quran says. The Quran did not mention the women. Women is the last chance, last choice, because women are stupid, as I said, according to Islam. Requiring witnesses to attend the dictation of the contract. And if there are not two men available, then a man at least and two women. This is requirement only for contract that directly or indirectly involve money. This is only in the case of money. And then it says, require that two women take a place of one man as witnesses, because women's shortcomings, as a prophet described, Muslim recorded the hadith, which it says, "O women, give away charity and ask for forgiveness, for I saw that you comprise the majority of the hellfire." And why? Because you curse a lot, and you don't appreciate your spouse, and you have your menses, as we explained to you. And then here it says in Arabic, ناقصات عقل ودين, and this is what the Muslim don't translate to you correctly in English. ناقصات عقل, عقل mean a brain. ناقصات, they don't have a complete brain. They have half a brain. This is why two women equal to one man. They are half a brain, and they are half in the religion. Oh Allah Messenger, what is the shortcoming in our mind? He said, as for the shortcoming of your mind, and this is the testimony of two women equal to testimony of one man, and this is for the shortcoming in the mind, as for the shortcoming in the religion. And by the way, this is translation, not accurate. It says the deficiency, or let us say stupidity. Women remains for night at the time she does not pray, breaks the fast of Ramadan. What does that mean? Because they have their menses. And the Quran claim that two women is a necessity only if they are approved, which means not only two women, they have to be approved. There's other conditions. And the Quran explained why two women are equal to one man. So if one of them errs, the other one will remind her. And here we find that this wisdom is full of stupidity, because if woman is half a brain anyway, what is my guarantee that the second woman, she will not be half a brain too? How a half a brain can correct a half a brain? Are we following, guys? People, do you understand what I'm saying? If you just said to us that women are stupid, so what the point of saying to me two stupid is allowed only, not one stupid? Do you understand, Muslims?